As we continue to discern how each of us is called and gifted to missionary discipleship, please enjoy this video featuring one of our parishioners already living missionary discipleship.
My parents did not go to church. They were not Catholic. And I had no knowledge at all about Christ. There was no religious education or anything in my family. But once I started dating my husband, I started going to church with him and fell in love with the Catholic Church and wanted to convert. Once I started going to church with Ed, I felt like there was a calling that I needed to do more than just go to church with him. I needed to make it part of my life, even if I wasn't going to end up with him later in life. I wanted it to be something that was for me and not for anyone else. I actually became Catholic when I was about 20 years old. I had already started working, and I went through religious classes with the priest from Blessed Sacrament Church, which is Father Lumidachik, and he made me really want to be part of the Catholic Church. It wasn't until I actually retired and started coming to church at Elizabeth Seton, which was more than 25 years ago, and that was when I really got into going to Bible study, going to morning mass. That was when I wanted to become more involved with the church. I was invited to a morning Bible study with some of the people who were at the daily mass, and my husband was not retired at the time, so I was going on my own. And once I started to meet the people from this church, I felt very welcomed and felt like I wanted to get to know even more of the people here.
Why talk about that?
When I was first diagnosed with MS, which it was 1995, I was still worked for 10 more years, but I never felt like I was burdened by that, but I never felt like, why me? I've had other people ask me, I'm so sorry that this happened to you. Why would that happen to you? And I said, why wouldn't it? Why am I any more special than anyone else? And this is my burden to bear. And I feel like it's not a big burden at all. I've just accepted it, and I see the joy in even this, that other people are so willing to help. And I know people who help other people get benefit out of it, and they get joy out of it also. And a lot of times people are, they're afraid to ask you if you need help. I've never told people, no, I don't want your help, because that's just them showing that they care. The way I share my faith with people is just talking to them, getting to know them, inviting them to share the different ministries, the different things I like to do, inviting them to come to different events, and just asking them if they want to meet more people, and if they do, participate. And it's so much, the people here are so friendly, and you don't know that until you get involved. And then you realize what wonderful people belong to this parish. One thing I've always said to other people is everybody has a choice in their life. You can choose to be happy, or you can choose to be sad. My choice is to be happy. And that's what I want for other people. There are so many, it's so easy to be angry or depressed, but you have to choose to be joyful. And that's what makes your life worthwhile. I feel God has everything to do with my joy. He gives me reason to be here. And he's always protecting me and sustaining me. There are so many times he has saved me from disaster. And so I always feel his presence with me. One thing I would like to tell the other parishioners is to get involved in the church. Get to know the people sitting around you. It's so easy to have people come in and say hi to you and you recognize them, but you don't know who they are. It's just join the Seton Sisters if you're a lady. Join the chirp if you're a man. Get to know your fellow parishioners, and you'll see what really good people are like.